the afternoon. Nikki Thomas doing it for you. Nikki in the afternoon. Sit back and let your radio groove. Nikki in the afternoon. Nikki Thomas doing it for you.
Oh, I got fancy introduction. KBLX Nation, Nikki Thomas in the building. What's up to the KBLX Nation? What's up to the Soul Tribe? Wherever you are finding us today, I'm glad that we're together. It's a Thursday evening. It's time for the Happy Hour Live on Nikki Thomas TV, here on the KBLX Facebook fan page or on Nikki Thomas TV. And I have a very special guest today. If y'all think I'm crazy, okay? This is why I decided today to surround myself with crazy people. And he's absolutely crazy. As a matter of fact, he is hoodish, holy, and he is one of my favorite people here in the Bay. He is comedian and actor, J Red, baby. And he got a red hat on too. Hey, baby. How you doing?
What's going on? I say it feels good loving somebody when somebody loves you back. Yeah, you hear me? I got my little Teddy P master, Marvin Gaye vibe going. You know what I mean?
It really is. It's like a very nitty gritty manly thing you got happening right now.
I'm gonna master this Teddy P persona. You know what I mean? Because I got all these cougars all over me, you know.
I like the facial hair too, babe. I like that.
Is that working?
I love, women love the facial hair, baby. That little beard. Do you have any gray in the beard? Because that's
I got a few specks. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Get closer. Let me see.
Yeah, I got a few. I ain't on Morgan Freeman level, but I got a few.
No, Morgan Freeman is not what we want. That's the goal. I like it like that.
Morgan Freeman ain't sexy.
I didn't freeze. I just paused.
Look here. One day I might be acting with that man, so let me be quiet.
Yes, he will find a video.
Right. I ain't trying to burn no Hollywood bridges. What's up, though?
Remove you from this movie because of what you said.
In your Morgan Freeman voice.
That's right, Morgan Freeman. Oh, we got so many folks from the KBLX Nation who've checked in. Hey, Patty Mormon Williams is here. I'm on my own.
You better sing.
Why did it end this way? This wasn't how it was supposed to be. Woo!
Come on.
Rosemary LeBlanc is here from Louisiana. She's tuning in from Louisiana, darling. Hello, Jerry. Chira, is it Chira Hayes? Kyra? Tequila is here. Tequila. Because she's always down for some foolishness. We had a group called the Tambourine Twerkers. J Red, me and Tequila.
You lying?
No, I'm not lying. We was about to
you
the world.
You hoodish and holy, so tambourine twerking works right up my alley.
You're gonna be our manager because we was right about to hit the road before this pandemic situation happened. That's the only thing that stopped tambourine twerkers from being worldwide.
Tambourine twerkers can do the Lord's will too. Let me tell you something. When you make it rain, that's called tides. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you. Long as you put that rain in the proper place, as long as you're doing this.
Come on, Lord. I said when the tambourine twerking goes up.
I said.
The blessings come down.
Rain, baby. The rain. Hey, Daryl D. Taylor. I see Libby. I see Sylvia. I see Tarika. I see Kenya Green, Anthony Jackson, Tarika Lachey. That's a cool name right there. Tarika.
Look here. She sounds like she got a cousin named Paprika.
Right. I know she combed her baby hairs down too. She
probably patted like this too.
She got baby hair like Chili from TLC. It's just it's swirl. She done swirled it all the way around, baby. And
they got baby hair brushes now.
That's a in my day.
Yeah, I know it was toothbrush, but I think they actually make these baby hair brushes. I seen a young girl. I mean, they're inventing everything now. I didn't even know they had baby hair brushes.
I didn't know either, but I will invest and I will investigate. Okay.
Yeah, because the world getting ghetto every day.
Yes, I'm telling you, that's one good word for it. I see Tarika, I see Kimberly Powell, Cheryl Lee Davis. Yeah, if they're saying, hold on. Rosemary said, you kind of cute, J Red.
Well, you better. I said it feels good. Loving somebody, somebody love you, baby. Yeah. I told you I got this Teddy P thing going right now.
To be loved, loved in return is the only thing that my heart desires.
I know the verse.
Yeah, don't give me
You better know the verse. All I know is the hook.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. Okay. So what this is this evening, I see Daniel Dugard, he's here.
Oh, that's Big Brother.
I know.
Oh, that's Big Brother. One of the funniest comedians in the Bay and beyond.
And he's
Daniel Dugard.
Very clean and well dressed.
Oh, that brother cleaner than a board of health.
Huh.
Yeah, Ginsu knife, that's how sharp he is. He'll cut you.
Oh, well. Anthony said tambourine twerkers in masks. Well, what you gotta do?
You gotta make sure you say Rona safe.
Yes. We don't want to spread nothing but love. That's it.
We want and twerking.
Right, twerking ain't gonna hurt nobody. That's not gonna
twerking ain't never hurt nobody.
Never.
Won't Rona do it? I said, won't Rona do it?
Rona, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
Belongs to the Rona. No, it don't. I see you, Melba. I see Fanny Clark too. Okay. So what this is our Q&A for today.
Yes, ma'am.
Because let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. I'm an Aquarius, and J Red here is a Libra, if I'm correct.
Libra gang.
We're air signs. That's what makes it so creative and crazy. But it's hard for us to nail stuff down sometimes. Okay.
Now, you ain't never lied about that.
We're very creative, but sometimes just for me to get the pen in my hand and put it down on a piece of paper is a problem.
Yes.
I
leave keys in the door.
Yeah. So we decide, well, why do we need to even come up with a topic? We'll just do a Q&A where I can ask you anything and you can ask me anything.
Yes.
And the KBLX Nation and the Soul Tribe, if y'all want to know anything, you can ask us anything, just as long as it's respectable and clean.
Yeah, it got to be hoodish and holy. It got to have a balance.
Hoodish and holy, because that's
what I represent, Nick.
Absolutely. Last say Libra in the house. Anthony say Gemini in here. Sylvia is a Leo.
Look, all them people is all love. We're a big family.
Big family, honey.
But Libras, we spontaneous, you know? Oh,
Aquarius too.
And Aquarius and Libras, we're spontaneous, but we need structure because we can be a little schizo.
A little bit. I think ADD started. We invented ADD or ADHD. We invented that.
I don't know why I connect with Aquarius. Maybe you can explain it, but I'm telling you, Aquariuses are like my best friends. I can tell Aquarius, you know what? Let's drive to the moon. They be like, let's go. They ain't got no draws. They ain't got nothing.
Draws for what?
Draws for what?
What we need draws for? They back on the other planet, baby. Let's keep going.
Somebody type in the chat, #draws for what?
It's the pandemic. We ain't wearing pants. What we need draws for?
What we need draws for?
Let it all go.
Everything is gonna go up in space anyway.
Free.
Look here. See? Look at that ADD right there.
Right. And I want to be free. You know, it's a real thing. So what's so funny, I said that to somebody. I said, any of my Aquarian friends, I was actually talking about Dwayne Wiggins. You know, Dwayne is an Aquarius.
Another big brother. And
what I say is, I said, if I call Dwayne and say, Dwayne,
yeah,
let's go to the moon, he'll be like, yeah. I swear.
#draws for what? Come on. Because, you know, everybody, you know, we love Tony. We love Dwayne Wiggins. But Dwayne Wiggins, I'm telling you, he is more he's more weird than people think. You know what I mean? I
don't even call it weird. Because
what do you call it?
I'm an Aquarius. My birthday's one day apart. I'm the 15th, he's the 14th. So it's really not weird to me.
Well, I get it. But when I say weird from a comedian standpoint, I'm saying like he's down to earth funny. Like he has this funny sense of humor about him that you would be caught off guard because he's so cool on stage.
Mm-hmm.
But the boy got jokes. He's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We shout out to Dwayne Wiggins. We love him. Melba E. Brown Burke says drawers for what? She used
Come on, drawers for what?
Use the number 4. That is very creative, Melba.
Yes, very ghetto creative.
Very creative. Drawers.
She didn't even put an L in there. Just drawers.
Draws for what? As if she had an accent. Draws for what?
She might be from Little Rock, Arkansas somewhere. I don't know. Mel, you know, a name like Mel, but that's a grown woman name. You can tell she has friends like Pearl and Ruby.
She can cook and she will beat your tail if necessary. I already know about Melba. You're going to wake up on that linoleum messing around with Melba.
But that's a good woman, though.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
she'll get into a fight with you.
She's going to give you the help you need. This is some spiritual healing you need today.
Melba going to get you. Melba going to have your back.
That's right. That's right. We appreciate you, Melba. We appreciate you. Okay, so let's see. Do you have a question for me yet? Is anything cooking in the creative juices?
Well, you know, I've always felt like there's been double standard with men and women. Right? I felt like if I, you know what I'm saying, wanted to be a man that liked to date, what's that word, plethora? You know, I'm from Oakland, California. So my vocabulary, you know, I'm you know, just a little struggle. But a plethora of women. Right. Is that a word, Nikki? Plethora?
Plethora, darling. Plethora.
Yeah, so if I want to date a plethora of women, you understand? I would be looked at as a guy that's a ladies' man. But if a woman do it, my question is, why is it we get that 3-letter word that we know as a garden tool called hoe?
Oh, let me answer this. Because we had a conversation with a young man the other day. And I think what's happening right now, it's a revolution. It's a love revolution that's happening right now.
Okay.
Because the thing is, you know, people talking about Will and Jada, open relationship, polyamory.
Ooh, ain't that a hot mess, ain't it?
Let's take that off the table. Because Jada and Will have something that's missing from so-called relationships that other people have. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You're going to be honest with me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm never leaving you.
So
how can you say that?
So that, I mean, you can't, but the honesty is, my thing is, if a man can do it, then a woman shouldn't do it. So, but you see that if Jada Pinkett, you know what I mean, gets exposed with August or whatnot, it's like, you know, their feelings, you know, not everybody, but it's almost like they throwing her under the bus. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying, but what I'm saying, the revolution involves thinking for ourselves.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't subscribe to anybody else's thinking. And let me share something with you.
I hear your answer. Let
me share something with you. And I say that as a person who is single.
Yeah.
Not dating.
I got you.
And I've been celibate for the past 2 years.
You said you're celibate or you've been celibate?
No,
what you say, Nikki?
I said celibate.
Oh, you ain't selling a bit. Okay.
No, not today. Not no more.
I didn't understand you, Nikki.
No, for real though. So, I mean, that is how I think and feel. This is how I've applied it in my life, but I'm not saying I've done any of it. Haven't done any of it. But what I'm saying is if we could be honest about what we're feeling, and what we have to offer.
Right.
I'm doing that. Nobody's doing that. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, I totally hear you. And I think that's because people probably haven't met the right person to do it with. So
no, but even if it's not the right person, that's a potential friend. I want people to trust and love around me. And that's the end of it.
But I open up myself, right? And I give you all this vulnerability and we don't even end up being together. And now you know all my business. You know all my freaky secrets. You know all my insecurities.
No. Let me tell you. And I'm it's a thing when I see people who haven't had the experience. When I've not been in love yet. Not for real.
What, girl, you 25 years old, ain't been in love?
I'm 50 and ain't have a, but what I'm telling you is that I know that none of them have been what I needed and wanted, and they haven't been healthy. So I'm not saying I didn't love these people.
Wow.
What I'm saying is the closest has been my male friends. That's the closest idea
of love for you.
Love.
That's very honest of you, Nick.
It's true love, because we might fall out of contact. We might lose contact. The relationship has changed in different dimensions.
Well, if you never felt like you've been in love, how do you know what it is and what it ain't? Maybe you have, and
no, I'm telling you what it is.
So you'll know. You girls or male, when you in love, you feel like but whether it's butterflies, you'll know what you're saying.
But it's not just your feelings. I can love somebody, and I know that if I don't feel safe and secure, if that person's not addressing my needs, if it's not healthy, if it's dysfunctional, if we steady cussing and doing all this, how would I sit around after the fact and call, I was really in love with that person? No, I was triggered. I was in some trauma. It was some foolishness going on. We were maybe codependent. I don't believe that's love. I don't believe that. Did you freeze?
Wait a minute. If it ain't no real love.
Okay, yeah, he froze on us. You froze.
Fight.
He think he's saying whole sentences, but he's not.
You gotta have some windmilling. That's how I'm not old. Well, let me know.
That's so funny to me. Oh my God. You're gonna have to look back at this replay, J Red, and see what's happening right here. Okay. Anthony says, know that we haven't received. Yeah, you know if you haven't been loved, right? We know that. We know that as grown people. So okay, it looks like you're back, but you froze for a really long time, J Red, and your picture's a little fuzzy.
No, I was just trying to say that real ghetto love gonna have some fighting. You're gonna have some windmilling.
No, but why would I say?
Don't you think it need a little toxic?
No, but you know what? Everybody has a different definition, and that's mine. I'm not.
You gotta go through something. You gotta be able to say, look, this person was with me through child support in my rears. She done bailed me out. Paid off my DUI. That ain't love. No. Why are you so quiet, Nikki?
I didn't freeze. I know.
Nikki, is that too open for you?
That's just my definition. We've all been there and done that. And so I'm saying that's never going to be good enough. I'm not going to feel safe and secure with that. I already know me. I know me. So that's my story. I'm going to stick to it. When something happens, I'll be the first one to let you know.
I got you, because I want real love for you. But, I think there is a blessing. Hello, somebody. I'm not Bishop T.D. Jakes, but I got a word. Pay attention. Mm-hmm. I think if you see what fake love is, and when real love comes, you'll appreciate it even more.
That's really it. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying there was a lot of, and I had a conversation with a friend of mine. This is what we said. Sometimes as grown people, it takes you years to put it in one sentence. You know what I'm saying? I did not feel safe with that person. I was never secure with that person because they always said or did, or they never invited me in, or they never were vulnerable enough. So sometimes, for me, I'm a wordsmith. I got to process until I come up with the sentence. Okay, that person wanted to get with me for the wrong reasons. And there's been a whole lot of that. So, you know what I'm saying? So I can identify, let me see what's happening. Let me ask myself, what's happening right here? This person does not respond to any attempts to have real conversation. This person does not, call me by my legal name like I asked him. This person does not, he ain't never shown up for me. He says he likes me. He don't want to let me go, but he has never shown up for me nowhere.
So if the man got a good job, has his own house, can cook, and he's very sexy and attractive to you, maybe even give you some feet rubs, but he can't read that good. He ain't the best reader in the world, Nikki. Like if he saw this, he'll say Father family and Fuda. So if he say Father family and Fuda, but he rich, you have a problem with that?
You're doing too much right now. Let me just.
I'm just saying, you're gonna have issues. Everybody gonna have an issue, and your man just happened not to read that good.
No.
That's a deal breaker.
No, I want the whole package. Why wouldn't Nikki Thomas qualify for the whole package? Is what I'm saying.
You want your man to read.
Self-worth, baby. Self-worth. And I'm glad I never went all the way there with any of these people. Okay. Jamie said, not all money is good money. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jamie.
That's true.
Felina said that's not a good comparison. Thank you. Yeah, so some people don't know how to do the simple stuff. You got to show up for me. I need to know for certain. I understand you scared. Look, but we need to get past all of that. I need you to see me. I need to see you. I need to understand you. It's got to be real. Okay, so let me ask you something.
Please.
I love the concept of hoodish and holy. I want you to talk a little bit about authenticity and accepting your whole self, because we all got little pieces of all these different things. And again, this is another revolution. It's an authenticity revolution, accepting yourself and being brave enough to present that to the world. You being an entertainer, talk a little bit about how authenticity is really a foundation.
Oh, it's absolutely the foundation other than my faith. You know, hoodish and holy. I'm from Oakland, right? So shout out to my city, Oakland, California, in the Bay Area. I'm in Inglewood. I'm in LA now, building my brand. So I'm LA working as far as my brand and my career, but born and raised in Oakland, right? And so that hoodish, you know what I'm saying, comes from being in the streets of Oakland. But you notice I got ish, not just hood, but hood-ish, which means I don't really want to go to jail, Nikki. You know what I'm saying?
Hood.
I may act like it.
Right.
I'm hood-ish.
It's a sliver of hood in everything you do.
I'm on the block, but I ain't got no dope on me. You know what I mean? If you run, I'm just gonna run because you ran. But I ain't got no dope on me.
No. I don't got nothing.
I'm hood-ish, okay? But the holy is, real talk, my dad's a preacher. So I'm a PK, like how Sinbad is the son of a preacher man. So I'm here, I am from Oakland, but my dad a preacher. So, you know, voila, that's why you have that faith, family, future in me. So I think what being authentic is having balance. You know what I mean? So I'm a dude that can keep it 100. That'll let you know, you know what I mean? You don't want to run up on my tithes and offering because you're going to get these hands. But yeah, I'm like, you know, like the Bible, you know what I mean? There's Jesus and then there's Peter. You know, I'll pray for you, but I might cut you. I don't know. I'm a Libra.
Which one do you want?
It all depends on what day you catch me at the Walmart parking lot.
That's what one do you want. I'm gonna give you the one you want and need right now. If you want me to do you need me to put you in a yoga pose, or do you need me to stab you? Which one?
Hello, somebody. That's what I'm talking about.
Right in your spirit today.
Look, I cuss you out. Look here, while reading Proverbs at the same time.
Oh, I don't just cut. I fillet. I go through the middle, and I'll fillet a little bit. You know. I'll
have communion with Kool-Aid and annihilators.
Mm-hmm.
It's hoodish and holy. There's so many ways you can go with it. But let me talk about the authenticity, though.
Okay.
The authenticity, for me, allows people to understand there's no room for you to be a hater. You don't have to be envious of nobody. Because this is a saying that I feel like, you know, I'm sure statements, you know, go around, cliches, you hear them all the time. But I feel like I created this from my own inner self. I say this, authenticity attracts your own audience. When you're authentic, it will attract your own audience. Come on. Did I say something? Because you know you're a wordsmith. You like stuff like that, Nikki. I said authenticity attracts your own audience. So you don't have no room to be a hater. That's why I feel like I'm not a hater. I can't be envy of nobody because I'm too busy being me. Hello?
Thank you. You know what? I need you to say that 10 more times. I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people think that I'm doing something special. I'm not doing anything but being me.
You better talk.
That's it. There is
because nobody can beat you being you.
no, honey. No, you cannot beat me. Because if you're with that said, you might not be being yourself if you're concerned about who I'm being. Okay.
Look, that means you got too much time on your hands.
No. You're thinking way too hard. You're thinking way too hard. Okay.
People hate on me because, like, right now with this hat on, they like, oh my God, you look like Teddy P. You look like a vintage Marvin Gaye. But then when I take my hat off, then everybody's like, oh my God, Trey Songz. And I'm like, why? Like, and it's irritating, Nikki. And it's irritating because I can never just be J Red. It's like, I'm only sexy because I look like Trey Songz without my beard. And is your phone? Are you froze, Nikki? Nikki, I think your computer froze. Nikki, they say I look like Trey Songz without my beanie on, Nikki. I think your computer froze. I don't hear you.
Oh Jesus, I got tears in my eyes. Not oh my God, Trey Songz. That's the part.
I mean, I get it all the time. It's like it's crazy. It's like, and they think I can sing because of that. It's like just because I look like him don't mean I can, sound like him. But that's here or there. That's here or there.
Hold on a second, because that's the part that killed me just now. When you said, if I take this hat off, it's, oh my God, Trey Songz.
I go from Teddy P to Trey Songz just because off and on. It's crazy.
You sound like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places right now.
And that's my movie too. Oh, that's my movie. People sleep on that movie.
That's one of my favorites.
People will say Coming to America. They'll say Life. They'll say, Eddie got all kind of Harlem Nights. But Trading Places, when he was on that skateboard, acting like he ain't got no legs, and the police officer picked him up.
Yeah.
And he said, It's America. And his legs dropped. Oh, I'm in tears. Oh, Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
That's that young Eddie.
And this is a halfway question, because to me, and I know as a comedian, I want you to answer the question too. Yeah. To me, Eddie is the greatest. And just because Eddie is right there in that sweet spot of time where he did things that maybe Richard Pryor or Red Fox just didn't have the chance to do because of when they were born. Right. They had to knock down so many walls to get to where they were. And Eddie was born at a time where he could make so many things happen. It could not have happened in 1960. It happened in the 80s when Eddie said, look, Saturday Night Live, I'm going to do all these movies. Then I'm going to start doing family movies. I'm going to produce. I'm going to put together
48 Hours, a Beverly Hills Cop, Golden Child. I'm an Eddie fan. He's the look. I got Richard Pryor and Red Fox on the Mount Rushmore, but Eddie is the GOAT to me, greatest of all time in my generation.
Yes. Yes.
Between Delirious and Raw, I got some ice cream. You can't tell me nothing about no Eddie. Oh, Eddie. You don't respect me, Eddie.
You treat me like an animal.
What have you done for me, Eddie? You don't respect me, Eddie.
You treat me like animal.
You treat me like animal, Eddie. What have you done for me lately, Eddie?
Well, and he's so good when you watch Nutty Professor is my favorite, because you'll forget that's him doing all these different characters.
Genius.
When he's doing that grandmother, let me tell you, when that movie was out, I went to go to the theater to see it 5 times.
Yeah.
5. When I came in contact with anybody who said, "Well, I haven't seen it. Come on, let's go right now. Let's go. Let's go see it."
Hands down.
It was so funny because it was so much fun to watch in the theater because people would be laughing the whole time.
Oh, from Hercules to the uncles, that little perverted uncle at the dinner table. You got them childbearing hips.
Baby, right out. Pop, go to Weasel. He didn't say Weasel. He didn't say Weasel. He said Weasel. Pop, go.
Look at you. Walk over here, but you're gonna be limping back.
Come on over, Cletus. Come on over. You're walking.
Come on, Cletus.
And toss this blank. That's the part that killed me. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love Eddie. I think he fine and everything. It's like if Nicole Murphy wouldn't have got in there, that'd have been me.
Hey, you got a little bit of. I
Give-
ain't saying it, but I'm just saying, Nikki, you a different Nikki. You got your own sexy, but I see a little Murphy, Nicole Murphy.
Her neck. I got a long neck like her neck. So I
That's
feel
it.
like it could have been me giving Eddie 5 kids. I'd have done that. I
Look
still
here.
would do it. I
I'm
still
just saying right now.
because
That's-
I'm 50, but he'll have the world's oldest baby mama if he comes.
And I'll be the first man to have his. Let me tell you something. And I'm doing it with all jokes to the side. When I tell you the career that he has and to be able to say, I think he's in a deal right now where he's trying to come back and do a brand new stand-up on Netflix.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So somebody who ain't did stand-up since what, the 80s could still be considered the greatest of all time. You know, you talking about, I mean, that's legacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then also I want to just say this and we can move on. But you know what was so inspiring was when he did Dolomite.
And he keeps evolving. That's why he's the greatest. Right there. He keeps evolving. You can't just call him a comedian. He's a comedian.
Oh.
He killed it in Dreamgirls. I'm like, wait a minute, he can
Dream Girl.
He can act too. Eddie Murphy, and he's not an air, he's a fire sign. He's an Aries. And Aries can be great for the same reasons that the air sign, because they're just spitting it out.
Yeah.
They probably think a little less than we do as air. They just spit it out. You know, great creatives. So I must have watched Dolomite 100 times.
So you get it. You understand what I'm saying?
So entertaining. Him and the young lady that played what was his counterpart, Lady Reed or Lady Red, whatever her name was.
But the counterpart, yeah.
He surrounded himself with so many other talented people. So
You know, Lunell was in there. You know, Lunell from Oakland.
Oh, Lunell and Wesley Snipes. I didn't know Wesley Snipes was funny. I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know. I can't. All I know, he was an amazing actor, but that Tu Wong Fu, I don't know what that was. Tu Wong Foolish.
I don't know, but I know that Wesley had me in the floor.
Oh yeah, he did his thing. He's transitioned.
An entertainment attorney. Man, listen. So
he was dope.
So I think Eddie also has a talent of just bringing people together and bringing out the best in a lot of people in one space.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah. As an artist, I was watching it, and here I am building my brand in LA. So when I saw Dolomite and literally use Scotch tape and an extension cord just to get the job done, that tells me right now that I don't have to wait for nobody. All I got to do is stay creative and consistent and do what I got to do by the help. I ain't trying to preach, but if I keep God first and keep his grace with my grind, anything's possible.
I love that. That was the great message of that movie. I mean, as raw and gritty as it was, for a grown person, you'll get a whole second wind watching that movie. It's like, no, really, you can do anything. And I know as grown people, we get stuck and we have issues with things that might come up. A lot of stuff in there, but we need reminders like that all the time. That don't let anybody tell you can't. Just, you know what, if it's got to be duct tape and homemade whatever, you better get in there and make it happen. So
that's right. And the women helped the movie a lot too. Just throwing that out there.
It was awesome. Everybody in the movie was really awesome. I can't. There was no weak link at all.
Absolutely.
Okay, whose turn is it? Did I ask you a question or did you ask me a question?
No, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
I want to know from where you are now with the whole shutdown and the shelter in place. What is it that you see 2021 being? Like, what's your prediction? I'm trying to get a prediction from Nikki.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know about what 2021 is going to be because we're halfway through 2020, and I think everybody done lost a little bit of their edges or something this year. But what I will say is that it's forcing us into pockets that are uncomfortable. And just like we're saying, hey, we can still connect with people because, the whole KBLX Nation knows that we've been working from home most of the time.
So do you feel like that's a new normal? that we're going to keep, or is it just temporary?
Well, lots of things are going to be. Okay, listen, because I report on this every day. Let me tell y'all something. I like to keep people informed. We're still in the first wave.
Okay.
This whole situation where we send kids back to school, that's not going to work. Okay? These numbers are rising and you're still trying to open the schools. Okay, no, not today, Satan. You're not bringing my baby in the germ pit. So it's not going to work. Things are going to be forced to change. I couldn't predict.
But you got an amazing daughter, Nick. And you got to understand, some of these people kids is bad. They want them out the house. Them teachers weren't lying about man. Man is bad.
I totally understand that. And I'm a very blessed situation that she is of age and all that other stuff. Honey, it's everything's gonna have to change. Education's got to change, the government's got to change, the economy's got to change. Yeah. We know it's not required for us to get in our cars and drive somewhere every day for the world to keep turning, because the world is turning and half the workforce is sitting at home. So what is that?
Baby daddies too. Corona bringing baby daddies back home. Nick, I ain't seen so many baby daddies back home the last 90 days. They came back home with the ice cream. Do you hear me, Nikki? Can somebody say there's an anointing on mint chip? Somebody say Rocky Road. Baby daddies is coming back home.
What's his name? Did he go back to his family? Is that what happened? Maybe
they ain't got nowhere else to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. Them little kids been waiting on that rainbow sherbet for 10 years.
Right. So everything's got to change and we have to recreate everything. So again, we're being forced to create in creative ways. We didn't think it would work like this. We never would have thought everything's going to crumble at the same time, but we have COVID, and then we had this movement when George Floyd, everything happened at the same time. Who could have?
We got the social injustice going on at the same time. What'd you say, sis?
I said, who would have thought?
Look, as much as I would not have seen that man to lose his life, but it's like the purpose of him, I would call him a martyr. He changed the world.
Yes, he did.
We're going from protest. We've been protesting since Martin Luther King, and even further before that. But now these protesters are starting to turn into policy change. That's what I'm talking about. From protesting to policy change.
Hallelujah.
Come on. Glory.
Hallelujah.
So I think that's what real change is. I don't mind protesting, but we got to change the policy. We got to get consequences and make these police officers, not all, because I got an uncle who was an Oakland police officer for 20-some years. So I know there's good cops, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about corrupt cops. And the corrupt cops needs consequences. The bad apples need to be accountable. So that's why we got to change the laws. That's all I'm saying. That's my 2 cents. That's my Black Panther Party moment. I ain't Huey P. Newton. I'm hoodish and holy, but I ain't Huey P. Newton.
Okay, so let's talk about the holy part. The hooded. I love that hoodish and holy, because I think we can all identify with both sides of that. But let's talk about practice and discipline, because I don't care who I talk to. We're going to get down to this question right here.
I'm listening.
Everything that you do is spiritual in nature. Everything that you do is spiritual work.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So tell us about your practice, because it's the perfect time right now that we have this extra time in our schedule to sit with ourselves, to do some self-examination. What do you do on a daily basis to connect? Because we could do all of this. We could fall out, catch the Holy Ghost today. Tomorrow morning, you got to get up and do the same thing, because it's a reset. You're going to forget. You know what I mean? Talk
Absolutely. And not only a reset, but for me, you got to remove the word religion and put in the word, at least for me, relationship. And there you have another R, which comes responsibility.
Woo!
I told you, I ain't Bishop TDJ, but I'm telling you something. Because if you got relationship without responsibility, then all of a sudden now all you do have is just religion. So Every morning, I want to talk to the Father above. I want to talk to God. I want to thank Jesus for waking me up this morning and starting me on my way. So it's not like I'm doing it out of trying to earn anything or trying to, keep me a ticket to go to heaven. No, this is a relationship. My faith is like allowing me to be able to stay humble and grounded. So now, guess what? Money is not my idol. People approval. They say after a relationship with God, and this is my faith, but after you get a relationship with God, the next best thing you could be free from, from the penalty of sin, the next thing you could be free from is people's opinion. So after salvation is your foundation, I think the next move is for people to be free from people's opinion. And you should be able to love God in your own personal relationship. Nikki can love, and love God in her own way. I can love God in my own way. And that's the problem. People that become so spiritual want to tell people how they're supposed to interact with God.
You better preach in here. You better preach in here.
It's personal, Nikki.
You better preach.
Come on. You might like Welch's grape juice for communion. Don't judge me because I want a little bit of Moscato. Huh?
Right. That'll get me to the Holy Ghost quicker.
Come on. Look, I'm having a mimosa on first Sunday. That's worse than Holy Communion.
That's why they call it spirits.
You better preach now.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
It all depends on what spirit you're talking about.
That's it. So you know what? I wrote down these words on my paper while you were talking.
I'm listening. Let's do it.
Word and word affirmation.
Okay, now I see affirmation. What's the top one?
Earn. E-A-R-N. Earn. I love that. Now we'll go back to the beginning. We were talking about relationships.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about, because we have programming that tells us what we should and should not do. And when you get to a certain stage of grownness, you start to peel off the programming to say, wait, what do I really want? Not what my mama told me I need to want, or what this person told me to look for in a man. So the word earn, it triggered me a little bit because, some of us get to this thing, people you got to earn stuff from. You know what I mean? You don't need to earn nothing from me. I'm looking at you to see what it is you're all about. Yeah, I'm not making you earn nothing.
The definition of earn, is that in the context of respect or trust? Because don't you want somebody to earn your trust?
You can't earn my trust. I'm going to decide when I trust you or not. If you're trying to earn my trust.
You can't earn something that you ain't lost, right?
Well, what I'm saying is there is a script or a template. Like if you're a guy, and you're trying to get with a girl, you already know what to do. You know what to tell her. You know what to do to earn her trust, really. If you bring her flowers and tell her she's beautiful and bring her out to dinner and put a little money in her pocket and do all the little magical things, we already know all of that.
You slipping money?
Yeah, that's magic tricks. And
that's trick, all right.
But what I'm saying is those things are not going to mean nothing to me.
Right.
I'm paying attention to how I feel, what my spidey senses are telling me.
I understand.
Dating or any question. I'm very analytical and very empathic. What questions you're avoiding? What questions you're asking me? I'm getting to the nitty gritty, and you can do these things right, and it might not have no effect on me.
And mom, that word you just used, no. My mama always told me, son, be able to show a woman that you can control your temper, because it shows a lot to a woman when a man can take a no. And I don't know if you ever heard that before, but I always want to teach my daughter, and I always want to let women know that watch how a man takes a no. If a man don't know how to take a no or disagree with you, and all of a sudden he flies off the handle and he's a quick firecracker, come on. That tells me a lot about you all around, and I mean from any relationship, male or female. You know what I mean? And I would say that even as a female, of course, a man for you and a woman for me. But even with a woman, if she flies off the handle because she don't get her way or what she wants, that tells me a lot right there too.
Listen, what I'm saying.
Take a no.
Usually, a person is trying to get what they need from you. They're trying to get their needs met. You see what I'm saying? So there can be some manipulation, and when that person flies off the handles because you're not doing what they want, they figured they were going to get this result if they did this thing. So if I put somebody in a position to earn something from me, do this, because some people do that. I've seen men and women do that. Well, if you want to be in my number one position, you got to do this. Okay? No.
Men still talk like that?
People still do it.
What kind of 1978?
I've heard people say that. So it's like, I'm going to manipulate you into doing and being who I want you to be. I've been there. It does not feel very good.
Oh, I hear you.
So again, it's never comfortable. So this is why I'm saying I've never been in a spot where I felt loved, understood, adored, the whole thing. I know the things that didn't feel right.
Yeah.
So when you start using words like earn, and let me just throw this in there. There's this great book that I read.
Yeah.
The lady's Buddhist. And for me, I'm a spiritual, I speak all the spiritual languages. That's what I say.
I told you, your relationship is personal, Nick.
I don't subscribe to any one religion. I say I'm all of them.
I understand.
If God is trying to speak to me, He's gonna speak to me in lots of different ways. And
your relationship is personal.
So this lady wrote a book. She's a Buddhist, and she talked about how a lot of the relationship books, a lot of the relationship manuals basically tell you what to do to manipulate someone into being with you.
Oh, wow.
See, now when I read that, it changed my whole world, because I was like, that's exact. Do this so he'll respect you. Do this so she'll do this. Do this so he'll get that ring.
So it was an even playing field. It wasn't just for women to get men. It was man and women manipulative ways to get each other.
That's anything you read. You do this so he'll treat you right. Why do I got to do anything for you to treat me right?
And they call them self-help books.
Are you crazy? Do you see all this? You see this and you think you're not going to treat me right? Oh, Houston, we have a problem.
When a black woman start talking with her hands, it just got real.
So that's my logic. And again, I'm an Aquarius, Gemini. I'm a little, but I think and analyze. So the thing is this, I have to do something for you to treat me right or for you to respect me. I have to get to a certain point before you will love me and give me what I need. Okay, so I need to break through all of the programming and know who you are at the core. So the word earn is a problem for me in a relationship. Really, love is supposed to be very easy. This is why I say,
absolutely.
Okay, if you're a friend of mine, that's easy. That's easy love right there. This person loves me. We're not waiting. It's not a jury out on it. It's not when he put a ring on it, then I know he loves me. Or when it's none of that. It's just this person. If I call them, they're gonna show up.
And guess what? That's called security. And women and men, we need security. But in my principle world, in my relationship with God, there's a scripture on that's on my mind, which is 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And it says that love is kind, love is patient, love keeps no record of wrong. So if you love somebody, you're not keeping a tally of rights.
What's that closest to? That's close. That might be your parents, and it might be some of your best friends. Sometimes romance falls very short of that definition.
On what your definition of what your list is?
On what you just said. Patient kind does not keep a record of wrongdoings.
Yes.
So I feel like something about romance makes us crazy. When I was talking to Travis the other day, I had to agree. I said, you know what? I'm many times not my best self in romantic situations. That's the other thing that I had to notice. So it's like I'm my best self when it ain't nothing attached to this.
No script, organic, natural.
So it's like, how can I get to that place where I'm 1000% authentic with this person? And it's almost like I don't want the romance to cloud my judgment. I don't want it to be a thing of where, he's got to earn or he's got to do. No, let me see who you are. Let me see what the connection is. And if we have compatibility enough and security and safety enough to love each other, you know, it certainly should be that simple. And I've seen lots of couples. You know how you got some couples where they legit and you feel like they're legit, and then you see some, it's like they just taking pictures for Instagram. I don't believe it. There's plenty of couples out there, plenty of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
but you know, they all say that everybody has faults. It's all about which ones are you willing to tolerate.
That's the truth. It's the truth. That's love. That's what love is. It's like, can I? And you got to ask yourself, can I tolerate this? Is this something that I can see this person's intention? And sometimes that person might trigger you in a way and it can't happen. Okay, I don't feel safe with this. Like, for example, I have a friend who in a relationship, and she said the dude probably doesn't mean anything by it, but he raises his voice a little bit too much for her to be comfortable with. That's a trigger for some people. That's
not physical, he's verbal.
Yeah, verbal. So sometimes, like, I've experienced it too much. I can't do it no more. It might trigger.
Verbal could be worse sometimes.
Yeah, but just somebody raising their voice is a trigger for a lot of people. I don't want that in my space. You know what? I might be able to handle a heated argument because I like to debate and argue. Okay, but if you're coming out, you're calling me out my name. Okay, then you got to be to the left with your stuff in the box, and you got to call Tyrone too.
There's a book called Positive Confrontation. Because when you think of the word confrontation, you automatically think negative, right? That person's, is always trying to become, is always confronting or is always having confrontation with issues. But there's good confrontation.
There is. And I think we can all be better about communicating, because it's like, again, sometimes the words don't come to you. Sometimes that emotional reaction might come first. You know what I mean? Why the hell you always, you might go to that when you can just look. That doesn't work for me. Can we try it this way? You really have to pull back layers on yourself to be able to get to simple sentences. This is not working for me. Can we try it like this? Or,
absolutely.
This would help me so much. Do you think you can do this for me?
It's called maturity.
Right. When you start talking to a person that way, number one, you're going to bring them into a place of security. And, okay, when I mess up, this person's not going to start yelling at me. And vice versa. So it's a lot of work that we can put in. And that's what I'm wanting. And I know that I deserve it. I know I'm working on myself so that I could bring that into my life. And I know I haven't had it yet.
And I got another hoodish and holy scripture. The Bible says a soft answer turns away wrath, right? So if you are speaking maturely, maturely to each other, and your words are soft but yet direct, because my thing is, you can have communication all you want, but without comprehension. So that means I could be talking to old Nikki. I'm trying to tell you something. I know a little something. Huh? Don't let the Teddy P Trey Songz fool you.
You got my eye twitching. My eye is twitching.
Nikki, we can have communication all day, but without comprehension, again, I'm hoodish and holy. The Bible says, in all thy getting, get an understanding. Okay. So if we ain't got an understanding, what we got?
Right, but you just answered your question. You said, do you want the guy that can't read? No. See how you see with the full circle? See how you didn't answer your own question? If
I answered my own question. And all that again, didn't understand it.
I'm trying to analyze stuff, and he don't know what I'm talking about.
He can't even put his verbs and
what?
He can't even get his vowels out.
His eyes looking like this every time I talk. That's gonna be a problem. He looked confused. Hold up.
Hey,
what?
You like what in the leapfrog is going on? He illiterate, but he's sexy. I ain't never seen no sexy illiterate man.
Pickle juice drinking craziness is going on right now.
What in the leapfrog is going on?
Yeah, you want to be evenly yoked. Of course you do. Of course you do. Okay.
Look, we got to make sure that we make sure you evenly yoked. I agree, Nick.
Do you see Nikki with a dude? He can't read and he looked crazy. We don't want that.
Absolutely not. That and I love everybody. That's like me being with a white woman. No shade. But I just want you to understand. You being with somebody that can't read is like me being with a white woman.
Watch your mouth, Jay. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth.
Now, let me ask you this.
Hmm.
When it comes to the initial, because you said it's all about revolution, right? As far as growth, and we're not the 70s and the 80s and the 90s or the early 2000s no more.
Mm-hmm.
Women understand now that they have been held back. You're talking about years where they couldn't even vote. But now your voice is even stronger and louder. So do you still feel like the old school woman where the man needs to get at you? Or is that a double standard? Or do you feel like women can ask for the first date? Women can be the aggressor. Can women go up to say, like, remember the Alicia Keys video when she was a waitress and she asked, oh boy, she said, hello. Is this Michael? Yeah. The eggs over the moon's over Miami. Yeah. Put a little extra pepper.
Special with the hot chocolate. That's what she
said.
Yeah.
I burnt your bacon a little more burnt because I know that's how you like it.
Did you notice that I burnt the corner of your bacon?
Did you know I burnt the corners of your bacon?
Did you notice I put a few extra peppercorns on
Come on.
That was
Come
me.
on.
That
yeah.
Because I love you. Because I love you. Yeah.
That's Uncle Lenny.
Yeah, baby.
That's Uncle Lenny now.
I know.
So are you that aggressive woman? Would you ask a man out for a date?
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I prefer. That's just, and it's just me. I'm not saying what's right or wrong. I'm just saying what I'm comfortable with. Because we get a few things out of the way if you just come up and say hello. Okay. I know that you're a whole man. I know that you ain't scared of me. Because that's a big thing. Let me just be 100. That's a big thing for some dudes. They scary. I don't know what to say. So that's telling me right there, you're really not seeing me. You're seeing something else, right?
So do you think that stigma of black women, if you ain't cheesing or smiling or being sexy, y'all got this unapproachableness about you where you look like you're so serious, sister soldier, and you look like you're mean.
Well, that's a great example. Let me tell you.
Intimidating.
Okay, let me show you something. Look at this. What do you see here?
I see strength. But I'm not a weak man.
I call these Terminator cheekbones.
I hear you.
It's a ledge here, and I know that I don't always look warm and friendly.
You just did it. Do it again, Nikki.
That's my purple rain face. That's my purple rain face.
Yeah, but some men who has confidence will run towards a woman like that, and some of them may get intimidated.
Well, it could be a lot of different things, but I think that's step one for me. Just because I'm not going, hi, okay, maybe that's the first filter. Maybe that's the first test. If you come over and you have a normal conversation, what happened? Okay, are you still there?
I'm here. I'm you know.
What just happened? My screen
just broke the internet.
I don't know. So I think the thing is, I like for him to be confident. And again, I like for him to see me. Because I mean, a lot of people might see that and say, oh, she looked mean. She looked this. She looks unapproachable. Okay, I might look like that to you. Come over and see what it really is.
Right.
So that's my kind of person already. Hey, how you doing? You know, what, you ain't got to say nothing fancy. You know, sometimes.
And once you get past that, Nick, what about the first date? Should it be Dutch or would you want a man to pay for it?
The first one. The
first one should be, you say Dutch?
The first one you said, I want the man to pay for it. That's the one I want. Again, you know, we get into the middle of relationships and I hear men saying, well, you got to let a man be a man. I'm letting you be a man from the get-go. I'm letting you be a man when it's time to pay for this dinner. I'm going to let you be a man all the time.
So you don't even attempt to do the alligator arm where it looks like you're trying to go on your purse to make it look like you don't no. you don't even try to look like you're about to pay for it.
I didn't know you knew Greek. What did you just say? Well, I don't even understand what you just said. What was that? Who? Translate it for me.
Hey Jay, I didn't know you spoke Greek.
Was it Greek? I'm just guessing. I couldn't understand the word. You just
and I'm old school. Trust me, I understand that at the end of the day, I feel like a man should be the one to take the initiative to treat the woman like a woman. And she's a lady, and that we should be able to understand that chivalry shouldn't be dead. But these youngsters is different nowadays. You know what I mean? I need the woman to pay, take care of me. You know what I'm saying? And they on the Xbox and the PS4. You remember Baby Boy?
Slow down. When you're speaking another language, you're supposed to speak slow. You said what now?
Remember the movie Baby Boy?
Did you say it's take care of me? What? That makes my ear and my eye twitch.
Well, I'm trying to give you an analogy from the movie Baby Boy, Jody.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't want Jody.
Let me tell you something. And again, Felina says, who is asking who out? I know for me, and I think that's a valid question. If I say, J Red, let me take you to lunch, right? We friends. If I say I'm taking you to lunch, don't even bring your wallet. And that's me to you as a friend. I'm taking you.
That's a good point.
I'm not looking for you to give me anything. I'm not bringing you to lunch to see if nothing. I'm bringing you to lunch. Okay? I'm bringing you to lunch. It has nothing to do with whether you're a man or a woman. It could be a female friend. So again, I think people put a lot of manipulation into friendships and relationships romantically.
Right.
Look, I want to treat you to lunch today. Okay? So I mean, sometimes I do that. For me, and I got some male friends. I got to race to pay for it. Look, you done paid for it every time we gone somewhere. I ain't doing nothing with these people. I ain't hugged them. I ain't kissed them. I ain't gave them nothing. I ain't done nothing seductive to them. I ain't seen my show. Nothing. Look,
I got you. But this is my thing, and I'm just playing devil's advocate. I believe that males can be mature, can be friends, and I get all that, but do you think there's some secret lover thing going on the inside? Some of these guys that take you out to lunch that are just male friends, and they don't really tell you, or
I think
you had that type of situation.
And let me just I have to say it very blunt. How old are you?
I am 41.
41. So you're pretty young. I think that is
wrong.
A certain level. Because I hear a lot of younger guys say that. And you're a younger guy to me. I'm a cougar to you, J Red.
Come on, Zoom Ministry.
Yes. So I hear a lot of younger guys say that. It just hasn't happened yet for a lot of younger people where you actually have friendships. And it doesn't matter. I'm not going to tell you that all of my male friends, we're friends because I don't find them attractive. Oh, yeah. I got some hot male friends. But them being hot has nothing to do with why I love them as people. So I don't let my feelings any kind of way, any kind of tingly feelings take over my whole being and mess with my intentions. I can think you hot without having an intention to get with you. You know what I'm saying? But
a man can have a secret crush. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you. Okay. I'm going to give you some examples. I have a good friend of mine. We've been friends for 30 years, 30 plus years.
Okay.
And when we met, he said, I liked you at first. I was like, oh, okay.
At first.
That part never happened. And our relationship changed a bunch of times, and we evolved into a friendship. And again, 30 years, he'd been married a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, it's almost like you're saying, if there's a person of the opposite sex that's attractive to you, you have to. It has to do this. It has to be, there has to be some kind of intention. They must like you. They might, a lot of people I might like a little bit, but it might be 10% tingly feelings. Ooh, you're looking good. But, you know what I'm saying? That's not my intention.
Right.
Person. You know what will override is like, oh my God, he is so dynamic and so smart and knows exactly what to say to me at the right time. And it's really pulled me off something else in there is bigger. And the romance part of it, it's just different.
and maybe because also, do you think? And I'm of course I'm we just conversating. We just being open and honest. That male friend of yours that you know is a friend and that you can say that is mature enough to handle your company, could that be on the road as well? Could it be a road trip? Or you have to understand that, hey, we don't want to put ourselves in a compromising situation because I am girl, you is boy. But even though we're mature enough to have lunch together, that don't mean we can go camping or go get a room at Tahoe or go to Reno or Vegas. And
are you spying? Are you spying?
Wait a minute. I ain't trying to tell your business, Nikki.
Are you spying on me?
You going to Vegas with some of your male friends?
I'm going camping with one of my male friends.
Ooh, y'all got separate sleeping bags? You know I'm being petty. You know I'm a pastor that's petty. They call me Pastor Petty. You don't want to go to my church. I am called Pastor Petty. Y'all better have separate sleeping bags, Nikki.
And you know the thing is, it's almost like we feel like all of this is a cliff that you fall off and you can't get back on top of. You know what I'm saying? It's not. None of it is.
It's slope sometimes.
But you know what? And then a lot of I'll give you another example. There was
y'all sipping cocoa. The stars is shining. You next to each other, and then it happens. He looks at you. You look at him. And you say, "Ain't nobody else here but us."
And the trees, baby.
Look, sleeping bag diaries. That's what we're gonna call this episode. Sleeping bag diaries.
That's when the Prince face comes.
What happens at Yosemite stays in Yosemite. Huh? Did you hear me? Cabin fever love.
Yeah. It's again conversations. Can you articulate what's happening? You know what I'm saying? And it grows and evolves. So again, I say about four solid friendships with men that are 20 plus years. So after 20 years, you can pretty much say,
yeah,
this is what it is. We're not talking about, oh, I met him a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago. Yeah, some of those it's like okay,
yeah. And you know, as a comedian, I'm teasing and clowning, but I do believe that you can have relationships that long as a man and a woman, and keep it solid. So that's so true.
That's your intention. And again, like I said, if it's somebody in my life, I tell you why I love him. I can tell you exactly why. Not just okay, he cute. But let me ask you. Let me flip the script on you. Tell me about you. What is your status?
I'm married.
You married?
So for me, I have to be very careful on having female friends because I have to understand the rule is if my female friends are not friends with me and my wife, then that's where it gets tricky, right? Because I got female friends that I grew up with in the hood in Oakland, and she may have never met them, but we're not in conversation. You know what I mean? We're not talking and checking in with each other or whatever. But then I have female friends that they can literally come over and say hi to the both of us. And I think that's what makes it an okay friend, right?
That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of friend. I'm not even including anybody else who is not in that category. It's, I met, this is the wife, this is the girlfriend. These are the people in my life. Now, you have to look when you say, hey, this is somebody I just met. That's different. How did you know she was the one?
Well, for me, I don't want to sound all spiritual, but you did say we're all, I forgot how you said it. But you were basically breaking down the whole spirituality as people. And that's pretty much what it was. She's definitely beautiful on the outside. Like I said, I'm attracted to Black women. I know everybody got their preference, but I'm all about the sisters. I said that earlier. And so for my wife, she was this beautiful cocoa butter brown woman that I just felt like, I'm a comedian, so I was getting booked for an event, and I believe it was for a Christmas banquet. Because I do comedy for like clubs, but I do clean comedy, so churches book me. So I'll go ahead and do a club, or I'll do a Yoshi's if you're from the Bay Area. So I'll do these different stages, and for this one, I was getting booked for a Christmas banquet, and she happened to be on the vicinity of the church property. And you know how you do that double look? And I was like, oh, she hot. But people can be hot, and then when they open their mouth, they not.
Hallelujah.
Hello, somebody.
Hallelujah.
So once I found out her spirit connected with mine, and we, like you said, that word compatibility, and she had a heart of gold. Nobody's perfect. But when I tell you, look, we've had our ups, we had our downs, but at the end of the day, I'm in love for who she is and not what she does.
Absolutely.
And so that's what made me make it work. That's what making me feel like I fall in love. First of all, I would say this. Not only was it her spirit that I was attracted to, but it was what you said earlier. What made it work was I was in a previous relationship, and all we did was that hoodish side, beep, 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 well, beep, 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 you know, I can't say so much, but you know what I'm talking about.
Like such and such, low down so and so.
Yeah, just say it like that, because you know I'm gonna use the other stuff. That's that hoodish part. And so she's older than me. So the person that I was previously in a relationship with, we were the same age, and we were just going at each other. And so it was that young puppy dog love that didn't really understand what real love was. But with her, grown woman, 8 years older, says, hey, look, I don't do all that. So if we're going to disagree, that's what she said, you ain't got to use that language. Because, see, I'm used to the toxic relationship I was just in.
See,
so I'm thinking that,
Hold up. Let me tell you why. You're answering your own question. She had that one sentence for you. I don't do all that.
Yeah.
That's 20, 30 years of experience.
Yeah.
In one sentence. And that one sentence said in that certain way made you very secure.
Made me come down.
Right. I don't do it. It's not necessary. Just
and I
tell
said, oh,
what you need from me, and we could talk this out. See,
right. We ain't got to cuss each other out.
Right. Because a lot of us, when we say hoodish, but what we're talking about is our communities. A lot of stuff gets passed down that we got to get rid of. We think that's normal to do all of, that's why you would say, okay, but everybody ain't got to do that. I'd have had plenty knockdown, drag out fights. I'm from New Orleans.
You better say it, baby.
I'm from New Orleans, baby. You know I'm this big. I don't care about fighting. No, I don't care.
Let me tell you something. I got a little skinny fat on me now, but I was 165 wet. You see what I'm saying? So, us skinny people, watch out now. We know how to hold our own. You'll be touching everything in the house.
I had to pray for myself one time, J. Red, because I said, did I just punch him in the chest? I'm so sorry.
It was just a natural reaction.
Oh. So number one, you don't want to get lit up like that where that person lights up that part of you. And when you get with some, I don't do all of that. We're not doing it. One sentence. So this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm analyzing as you tell me. It's like, this is what made you very secure with her as a person.
Absolutely. It made me, that word, happily married. You don't hear that all the time. Because sometimes men will make up all these excuses about why the woman ain't doing what the woman does. And for me, men will say, well, that's why, I'm not happy, or this is why I feel like I need to go to the strip club, or, for me, look here, I'm a strip club connoisseur. So I done been to strip clubs because, as a comedian, I tour. So I didn't tour and open up for like.
That's right. You do it because of the comedy.
Yeah. I have to go ahead and see what's going on in the world, or I won't be a real witness for the Lord. You know what I mean? Because the strippers need Jesus too.
I'm ministering. These poles, I'm ministering to people on the pole.
From the windows to the cross, but it starts at the pole. It starts at the pole. I told you, them ones ain't nothing but tides. Right. But anyway, I say all that to say is I try to be brutally honest, and sometimes I don't want to say brutally, but honesty, I believe, is what allows our marriage to work. It's like I'm a man that struggled. I'm from Oakland. I see a big booty girl. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm not blind to it, but what makes me feel like I rather look at what I have and not make that choice to see that the grass is greener on the other side. Because all men may not be able to say this, but for me, it would not be she's doing anything wrong. It would just be greed because she's my type. She's intelligent. She loves Jesus. She has body. She has a beautiful face. And I know that doesn't keep a man, you know, because Eric Benet and Holly Berry didn't work out and she's beautiful. But I feel like it satisfies me. You know what I'm saying?
That's a decision that you made.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
Now, I didn't always appreciate it. I always felt like, oh, well, J Red can get anybody. I'm touring. I'm opening up for these so-and-so artists. I'm making money. I'm doing my thing. I'm on the radio in LA. And then that's when I started thinking, well, my career is starting to be more important than my covenant, right? Come on. I got words for you. Look, you told me you were a wordsmith. So when I start, that's why why you think I've got this t-shirt on now? Because once my career started being more important than my covenant, I started seeing me lose a lot of momentum when it came to being successful in life because I had my priorities backwards. So that's why I wear this t-shirt now, because now I understand it's faith, family, then future. So that's just me. That's my personal conviction. God first, then my wife and family, and then the future. And so I had the other two backwards. I always kept God first, but I was just like, you know what? I could leave you and still be successful.
Well,
but, yeah.
And the thing is partnership. Can you be a proper partner for me in whatever?
And what's the point of having all of it if you don't got nobody to share it with, right?
Right. And see, I think that's a very valid point. I mean, it's for women and for men. You need to go around the world a few times to see what's not there. And then you understand the value in having that person that is your partner, that you're attracted to, that has everything that you need. So you messed that up.
And then the key thing you said was attracted to, Nikki.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
But people sometimes don't say that. Sometimes people feel women should lower their values or men and be like, look, I've been single so long, I just need God to send me a man. And my thing is, I got guys who wake up and look at their wife and say, oh, Lord, I'm about to go play on the freeway. But look, you ain't gotta do that. You chose her. So I said, I ain't gonna just marry nobody because of a good heart. I want to be attracted to her too. I think that's very important.
It's extremely important. There's so many different ways to be attracted. Some people are hot. There was a guy that I dated. I don't know if anybody else would think I thought he was cute. I thought he was very attractive because he was very smart and very calm. But he was a Pisces, so he was calm, and then he'd flip, and then it'd be something else. And what's wrong with you?
He had a trigger.
Yeah, he had a trigger. So, but he was very smart, and just quirky and a little to the left, a little strange, which I like.
We like weird.
Yeah, we like weird a little bit. So this, when you say attraction, sometimes you're just I'm attracted to that person. And you know what's fluff. Okay, he's cute. Okay, we got to have more than that. He cute. He talks right. Job. That ain't.
I was just blessed to have the whole package.
That's right. That's right.
But people gotta be patient.
That's a package for you. That's the package you love. You know what I'm saying?
Here go another hoodish and holy scripture. In Genesis, the Bible says that Eve was suitable for Adam. Now, you know a tailor-made suit cuts you just right. So when you got a woman that's suitable for you, that means she lays on you just how it's supposed to be.
Hallelujah!
Like a 2000 Italian suit. So your woman got to be suitable for you.
Y'all make a little peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know
what I'm saying? And her nickname is Niwi. So they say, ooh, Niwi, I don't know how you deal with crazy J Red. And she say, that's good because it ain't for you to deal with.
Okay.
It's for me because I'm suitable for him. And you might be suitable for somebody else crazy, but I guess his crazy.
You better say it. This is a
I'm
special.
just saying.
It's a special crazy over here.
This is a look at this is a purpose crazy.
Ooh,
I'm
that's
crazy on purpose.
that Prince video. Didn't Prince do that in the video?
Yeah, you know, I knew that was gonna get you. You love you some purple.
You know? Yes. So it's a real thing. So we can go back right to the when you see and feel and find that, just because you've experienced so many other different crazy things.
Yeah, but the key is I appreciate it now.
That's right. That's right. And I love that.
You can have it and not appreciate it.
I love that you're younger than her too. I like that. That's cute.
And the crazy thing is she looks like you when it comes to black don't crack, that black girl magic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you, look, I'm the one look like I'm stuck in 1978. She looked like she 20. I'm serious. She looked like she 27, 28 years old. So, you know, she used to play semi-pro basketball. She was right before the WNBA. So she missed that era, but she ran track and she's all about health is wealth like you. You know what I mean? She said, yeah, kind of. You know. But yeah, other than that, I had to understand, like, you don't know what you got until it's almost gone. So my temper, my selfishness, my narcissism, all that stuff almost lost her.
Ooh, let's talk about that. Let's talk. See, I was about to wrap up, but you triggered me again. They say we live in a narcissistic society. Tell us, when you say I acknowledge my own narcissism, that's heavy.
I'm honest.
Talk about that a little bit. Talk about that.
Well, my thing was, okay, and I know that you deal with signs. As a Libra, they say we get bored quick. So as a Libra who's a comedian and an actor, I love being on the road. I love touring. So my narcissism has always been, how can the world cater to J Red? Because when I come into a theater or a club, it's like, hey, here's your microphone. Here's your water. Here's your towel. Do you need a sound check? Are you ready? Your green room. We got all the stuff you need there as far as your foods and your snacks. We got your tea. We got your mints. So I take that, and my narcissism and ego goes home with that. And now I go home, and it's like, your nachos in the microwave. You mean my nachos in the microwave? Somebody just fed my narcissism on the road as an artist, and you tell me my nachos in the microwave? So I had to find a balance of saying, that's the artist. She didn't marry your profession. She married the person. See, I'm thinking she's married to my profession like me. I'm married to my profession and her, but even though she knew what she was signing up for, but I had to learn and mature that she married, the person and not the profession. So I can't go to the house and act like this is a sound check, or this is, I need this, that, and and she's like, oh, no. You talk to your stage manager like that, and I'm your wife. I do things by choice. You don't pay me.
I like that. I'm not just a manager. Right?
Yeah, so my narcissism that I, of course, still maturing, and I'm not saying that I don't still struggle with it, but it was more that it was all about me. And I had to understand that the Bible, that this verse that people get mixed up, Nikki, it says that, it used to say, wives submit to your husband, but that's not how the Bible says it. It says husbands and wives submit to each other, right?
Yeah.
And so I had to learn how to submit to her.
I love that. Another word we use a lot, or that's a new word. It's not a new word, but it's a new concept, vulnerability. What you're saying is submit is not a bad word. It really isn't. What you're saying is I accept that this person is my mirror. So when all of this stuff comes up, I need to trust that it is because I need to see it. Okay. If you were this person, let me check in with this narcissistic streak that I have, because this profession does this for me. And, you'd have to trust your spouse enough to bring it to you. It's like, you know what? And, for them not to have a whole, come, I'm going to stab you because you want some nachos or you asking me to do something for you.
And guess what? And there's a difference between cookers and fixers. I need to help you because I know you're single, Nikki. See, you cook oxtails and gravy and rice. You cook. You understand lasagna from scratch. You cook macaroni and cheese from scratch. But some of these women are fixers. So I had a problem because cooking relies actual pots and pans. You can fix popcorn. Come on. I mean, Nikki, tell me you're not a fixer because some of these women they
something. Now, if I'm going to just, formulate the dude, he's going to do a lot of the cooking. But let me tell you why.
Don't be a fixer.
No, I'm in a different category, J Red. I'm the chick that I want you to come in here and put about 15, 20 pounds on me. That's what I want.
Oh, okay.
That's what I want. I want you to put a little extra junk in my trunk. I'm a skinny girl. Okay? And I know for me, that's my love language. You make me a plate of food.
I hear you.
You cook me a plate and come in because I'm a single mom. That's just I've been cooking and driving and doing this stuff for 15. You come and take care of me like that. Number one, you ain't gonna have no trouble out of me.
Well, I'm gonna let you know I'm a fixer. So I'll fix you some nachos, I'll fix you some popcorn. But my mama spoiled me, I ain't gonna lie. So I never really was a person that knew how to burn. You know what I mean? So that's my guilty secret as a man. I struggle with tying a tie. I barely know how to change a tire, and I can't cook.
You see, everybody's different. Everybody's different, and there's no right and wrong. And that's what I'm saying. The programming might have you think that.
But I'll pay your bills.
Right. So, but that's I'm looking at your list. I can change a tire if I need to. I'd rather for you to do it. But if I got to, guess
now,
what?
I can do it. I just struggle.
Right. There's a lot of dudes. I'd be like, you putting that on there wrong, bro. So just because I've had to, and what I'm saying is there's things that I've had to do. I would love for you to come in and step in and do this for me.
And I say, look, I got AAA. I got the money so I can pay for this to be a convenience.
Right. So, but there's no right or wrong as to what you want or what's the love language for you. Because sometimes we go through so many trials and tribulations that you want to let go some of the struggle.
Okay.
You get a whole partner. Well, I want to struggle less with this whole nother person. I don't want to struggle more. Are you crazy? So, whatever you want. I mean, I can't. I'm from New Orleans. I can cook. I can.
I hear you.
I really like and it's got nothing to do with, this is just, it makes me, because my daughter's 14. And let me tell you what happened. She made me some French toast one morning, J Red.
I'm listening.
She made me it was the best French toast I ever had in my life.
Oh.
And I told her, I said, this makes me very happy for her to cook and have something looking pretty on and bring it to me. I was like, oh my God.
And that's because she watched you?
What's that?
Is that because she shadowed you?
No, I can't cook. I'm telling you. It's something that makes her happy to cook.
Oh.
But I told her, I said, you know what? I said, I'll do the dishes from now on and you cook because cooking makes you happy. And I mean, I don't necessarily like doing the dishes, but I like having a clean kitchen that she don't care about it really being clean.
But see, that's so important that you taught her that to be in a relationship, even as a mother and a daughter, that allows it to be fair and compromisable where, that, because that was an issue in my first relationship. I came in as king. She came as queen. I said, I'm the king of the castle. She said, well, I'm the queen of the castle. So I was expecting, like my mom, for her to cook and put my plate away. She cooked and she served my plate. But then I was sitting there like, all right, who's going to take the plate and put it in the sink? And she said, no.
If you're in a relationship, why not allow that other person to do what makes them happy? You know what I'm saying? Why not? So I know for me, like I said, and when I told her, she said, you know what? And I said, well, Marley, you don't have to cook every meal every day. She goes, oh, no. I want to cook as much as possible. So I knew I had come across a passion of hers. So I'm going to let her work in her passion and I'll work in something that's a little easier for me because she'd be, she kitchen and I come the next one. I was like, you call this clean? You know what I'm saying? So it was always some static.
Yeah, but I feel like that's called reciprocation is what I'm saying.
Right. So that was static. So once we switched, it became, hey, I love doing this. I mean, 14. She had the French toast with the right amount of butter, J-Red. It wasn't.
Come on.
It had the crispy edges. She had the powdered sugar.
You know you gotta have the crispy edges.
Crispy edges, baby. And with the powdered sugar on top and the sliced strawberries.
Okay. You know I'm about to ask you this, right? Since we went over the breakfast, this is bigger than almost white versus black. We're talking about, first of all, let me ask, do you like grits?
Yes, I love grits.
Okay, New Orleans girl. Sugar, salt, pepper, and butter. Tell me which one now.
Salt and butter. And some cheese.
Wait a minute, you don't like sugar grits?
Hush, this interview is over.
You ain't from the South.
You could have told me this in the beginning, that you like sugar and more grits, because I never invited you here.
Nikki, you better stop it. Now look, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a lover of both, but I can enjoy a bowl of sugar grits.
I've never had that. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you that a lot of people don't know.
You gotta whip it.
New Orleans is different than all the rest of the cities.
Right,
And
I agree.
I've never had that. I've never heard of it till I moved away from New Orleans. We don't do that. Never heard of it. Okay, we don't eat it like, it's Captain Crunch, where we got to put sugar on the top. And number two is grits. It could be breakfast or it could be dinner.
I got you.
Fish
That's
and
real
grits.
down south.
Fish and grits. I've done grits and sauteed vegetables before. Yeah, shrimp and grits. Thank you. So it's not breakfast cereal from where I come from. Okay.
And like I said, I'm a lover of both, but I can enjoy a bowl of sugar grits.
You'll never see me try it. It's something it does not sit well in my spirit. With sugar on top, I cannot.
I wonder if you can see any comments, and we can ask the people that's listening if they enjoy sugar grits or salt and pepper and grits. Okay,
Kimberly says sugar is for malto meal.
See, we got some haters. I'm not sugar grits. No. Nikki, you ain't putting up everybody.
Yes, I'm going down the line.
There's some sugar people out there.
Chuck said he don't like grits.
Well, Chuck ain't black. Look,
he's talking to us from Louisiana, so he absolutely counts.
And Chuck, I'm just playing. I'm just trying to get my little Joe Biden on. Well, listen, Nikki, you ain't fair, Nikki. I know somebody on that chat that likes sugar grits. You didn't show the whole chat, Nikki. You playing, Nikki.
I'm going top to bottom. Look at here.
You don't see nobody on there that likes sugar grits.
Kimberly, Melba, Chuck.
The devil is a liar. Oh, that's cold.
Nah.
That's cold.
Nah. Yeah.
There you go. Juanita.
She said sugar and grits. Okay, Juanita, I thought you was my friend. Salt, pepper.
Thank you, Juanita.
It was just one. So
all you need is one.
Well, you know what? We could probably talk for another 2, 3, 4 hours.
That's just what we do.
You already see it's not even a thing. We didn't have any agenda. We didn't have a script. We didn't have nothing. We said, let's do it. When you say
none of this was rehearsed.
2 air signs, it's on and popping at all times. At all times.
2 honest air signs.
What's that?
2 honest air signs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you can have a real, get into the crevices of the conversation. Mm-hmm. Because when you got 2 people that are free spirits and honest, you can, I believe, make some good talk, some good conversation. But it's always fun being with you, Nick.
It's amazing, and we were talking about love relationships. You're absolutely my hosting or comedy soulmate. Because just the on air chemistry is there.
I got that ADD crazy. I got that ADD crazy.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
But I love you though, and I appreciate you for having me on Nikki Thomas TV 102.9 KBLX fan page. Shout out!
I need a tambourine. I need a tambourine next time in my church fan.
Look here, and I'm gonna have some ones ready for that tambourine twerking because I gotta support your ministry. I said I gotta support your ministry.
Look back at it. Look back at it. Tambourine church in the building. We looking back at
You gotta eat all them grits so people can keep seeing it. Gotta make it stick with the grits so people can see what they're looking back at, Nikki. You gotta eat the grits now.
shake that thing like a salt shaker. You don't know nothing about that. That's New Orleans right there. Shake that like a salt shaker. Like a salt shaker. Woo! This has been so amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
The one and only comedian, actor, J. Red. Faith, family, future, hoodish, and holy. And we loved every second of spending some time with you. Thank you so much, KBLX Nation and the Soul Tribe, for coming through. Kimberly says, shake the tambourine, hallelujah. Thank you so much.
That's because Kimberly is hoodish and holy too.
Yes, she is, hallelujah. Yes,
yeah. That means she likes $2 worth of dry salami and some saltine crackers for communion as well.
Right. Oh, wait, hold up. Fanny got a question. Have you ever got upset when nobody laughs at his joke? I don't think that's ever happened.
Well, well, I've never experienced it, but that's not a comedy question. That's not uncommon, because that's basically like being booed or somebody heckling you. I've been heckled, but to be honest with you, no, I don't get upset, because you got to understand everyone has their preference. Just like love, it also transfer over to laughter. I may not be funny to everybody, but what did we talk about in the beginning, Nikki? Your authenticity attracts your own audience.
And I'm not a comedian, but let me just answer that. I'm never looking for you to laugh at anything that I do. I'm not trying to. Anybody who's trying to be funny is in trouble right there. You try what you're trying to do.
That's true.
And you
got to be natural.
You're not waiting for the laughter. You're not.
It has to be organic.
You're gonna get let down if you do something and wait for somebody to laugh at you. So
I didn't have a theater where it was like, maybe, when I do my annual show at the Richmond Auditorium. So you're talking about almost close to 2,000 people. And you may have 1 or 2 people like this in the front or in the middle of the audience, and you can see them and notice them. But sometimes I want to give an honest question to Fanny. If you're not careful, you can miss almost 1,000 people laughing and just zero in on that one person doing this. So right. I don't know what that is about, but sometimes we got to focus on the love and not that one person that may,
And you come from the inside. So I know for me, it could be 2, it could be 2,000, it could be 20,000. It's the same thing. You come with what's inside at the present moment. You can't come with anything else. You can't be anywhere else. Stop thinking and just jump. That's it. That's it.
Those are the people that's laughing, and the ones that's not laughing, I'm not mad at them. I'm just obviously not landing on whatever they think is funny that night.
Right.
But I'm catch me on another show.
I'm laughing at myself. Hey, I'm having a good time. Okay, I don't even need anybody else there.
Yeah, but comedians gotta have tough skin.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, J. Red. Where can we find you on social media?
Look, right now I got different seasons of me being an artist. I'm not only a comedian, but I'm an actor, and of course, I'm a radio host as well, and inspiring TV host. But right now, I'm in the middle of a season of producing virtual theater, and I'm calling it Theater Thursday with A Raisin in the Sun. I've toured it when the world was open. I played Walter Lee, and I toured it from theater to theater from different cities. But also, right now, I had to be creative and consistent with the whole shutdown thing. So if you go to J Red Live on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see Theater Thursday, where I allow people to come full access granted behind the scenes at one of our dramatic reading rehearsals of A Raisin in the Sun. So you can see me get my little Denzel on.
I like it. Let me do something. I want to do something. Whatever you're doing, I want to do something.
I see that Dorothy's dance rich all over you.
What?
Yeah, you got that classic. You got that classic Dorothy. Oh yeah.
That was a wonderful, powerful, beautiful sister right there. Man. So
whatever. J Red Live, everybody. Follow me on J Red Live.
J Red Live. Follow him and support. He is definitely one of the real ones. Absolutely authentic. Faith, family, future. I love it. Hoodish and holy. You getting a real deal when you get J Red. Thank you for joining us. Luther's here. Kimberly and Melba, y'all been hanging with us the whole time. We love you so much, KBLX Nation and the Soul Tribe. Have a great evening. J Red, since Luther is here, we should sing some Luther on the way out. What's your favorite Luther song?
A house is not a home
when the two of us are far apart and one of us has a broken
You better sing.
heart. Woo! Well, do Luther and Cheryl, and maybe we'll do that one next time.
when we come back, we're gonna go ahead and do a whole duet for them.
Yep. We're gonna do all the duets, all of them. A-L-L.
A chair is not a chair. Ain't nobody sitting there, Nikki.
Oh, Lord. A chair is still a chair. Woo! Even when there's no one sitting there.
Come on now.
Y'all have a great evening. We've had 7.
All right, I'm gone. All right, from Bay to LA, Nikki, I love you.
Love you back, honey. Love you.
Peace.
Happy feelings in the air.
Ooh,
Touching people everywhere.
I'm about to go because I